claimed that, oh, we've got this great adoption. That's not adoption. That's
no,
just
logging in is not the same as strategic use. Exactly.
No,
and I think, and that's it. There was, it was that quote, wasn't it? Like 4% of people are actually using it for in a strategic way in their jobs. So we are like nowhere near what this thing is actually capable of. But I think that's one of the and actually I'll get this point in there because it's a good little snippet, is the kind of transformation point. So in the past with like old software rollouts, like if we talk about Microsoft Office, they basically roll it out from on high and they say, we're all using this now, and you take a course and you develop a little bit of competence and then you use the tools, and that's kind of the job done. And with AI, it's so different. So it is like, I hate the word transformation, but transformation project, in that it's not just about using technology, it's about changing the way that you work. And that is like a change and a people and a culture. It's a human challenge, not the tech challenge. But also this point that actually all the research is showing now that the successful rollouts, so the businesses who are actually getting ROI from their AI investments, are the ones who are going top down. So they've got their ethical policies in place, they've got their AI strategy in place, which is obviously changing all the time. It's not a static document, it's something that they're reviewing over time. So that's coming from the top down. The bottom up, so people are being inspired on like an individual level to use these tools and experiment. They're giving time to these people, so individuals are experimenting with them, developing their own use cases and personally opting to use these things, because there has to be this individual agency, otherwise the project just doesn't work. And then on top of that, having that sideways transformation going on as well,
kind of like working together on collaboration. And that's working, but you need a support to that as well. And I think
and the structure,
that's why we put the team together, is to give that kind of like a structure to that process. It's not instead of that process, but it's just to support that process, to show team leaders, where they're getting the ROI, where the usage is coming, who's struggling, who's not.
Some visibility.
The team can come up together. And as we know, we're going to see, as I look into my crystal ball, but I think we're going to see teams taking full responsibility for the tools they use. They're going to have separate tools. If you're in the comms team, you're going to have different tools to the legal team, to the finance team.
So you can't be assessing this from the top down, is the point as well, because if you're doing that, if you're just choosing tools from the top down, you're going to be missing all the best in class tools. So best in class for a content or a marketing team looks really different to best in class for your finance department. These are two completely different things. And actually just staying on top of developments is a massive job in itself. And this is how it's really different to the past as well. You don't just get Microsoft Office and job done across the board. This is something that is developing and changing so fast. And the people who are keeping up, who are able to, assess what's out there on the market, get the ones that are, get those tools that are best for them, figure out what's best in class for them, get them in, get everybody using them. The speed at which you can do that pays massive dividends. But if you're just thinking, oh, we'll just get a couple of tools and roll them out across the whole organization, you're going to be missing out on all of that value from specialized tools.
And what's really